Hey guys, this is Crap Hunter, and welcome back to War Thunder. It's been a while, hasn't it? Yes, I'm kind of back, and I say kind of back because I've yet to jump into any aircraft, and that bugger will stay on the tarmac for some time. So far, I've only gotten back into the armoured vehicle side of this game. And yeah, I mean, since taking a break back in late 24, actually no, was it? No, it was, oh god, it was October when I gave up on that. Oh, that's been a while. But yeah, since late last year, I kind of gave up trying to play this game. I just thought, no, I don't want to play this game. It's just annoying me too much, and I can't record something that I don't enjoy. So, for a long time, I just either dabbled in this game for a bit, not really paying attention to it, and getting an occasional success here and there, but I couldn't really find anything that really said, yes, I can actually enjoy this game now, enough to record. Until recently, when I saw a video from the Mighty Jingles, I believe it was, yes, it was Jingles, talking about a new simulator battle mode. This is basically the hardest. Simulator battles, for those of you who don't play War Thunder, is the hardest mode in the game, in a sense. It's harder on aircraft, so that's the first off. But for tanks and armoured warfare, what basically that means is you don't get any aiming assistance, so it doesn't tell you where to aim to penetrate. It doesn't tell you how far away, any of the icons that assist you in any way, apart from, in normal simulator battles, the mini-map, which is still there, and also where your allies are, I believe? Yes, I still believe in your allies. Yeah, still believe it has it on your allies one, but not for your opponents. You have to use Mark 1 eyeballs in order to utilize it. And I would say go for it if you're a War Thunder player trying to figure out why he can, get it to work or not. This is seriously a good idea because it's a lot of fun, and the game is slow enough paced that if you're a complete noob, you can still kind of get into it and you can still enjoy it. But it takes a while. Not gonna lie, I got killed the first couple of times, but I've got a couple of replays for you that when I first really started to pay attention and learn about it. And even then, I'm not good. So all you pro elite guys out there, my apologies. You're not gonna see headshots and trick shots and everything shots yet. Touch wood. I have got some stuff which you might at times. But first of all, let's talk about the basics. So when I went into simulator battles, I unfortunately missed out on the test. The absolute simulator battle test, which what Mighty Jingles was talking about in his video. So I decided to just go in simulator battles, and I adopted a strategy of two attributes for it. First of all, I had no idea how to perform in that, and if I ever died really quickly, it would be, okay, Crap Hunter, you pulled a really stupid move and got yourself killed, and not get pissed off about it. The second one is learn your tank. Literally, I just spent so long figuring out the gun velocity of every vehicle that I was going to use. Like, primarily, it was the T-3485, which would be the first thing I'd jump into. And then afterwards, it would be the German stuff, and then a couple of the American tanks. But primarily, the T-3485 was the first thing I developed an interest in learning the gun velocity of. So without further ado, let's jump into the first two replays of me actually learning how to play simulator battles. Enjoy. So, here we are in the first game, and I'm in my T-3485 with American markings, because let's find a better way to piss off the Russians than do it. So anyway, we're going to try and see if we can film it from mostly my perspective. So, like I said, this was the first simulator battle game whereupon I adopted the new strategy. Now, I'm in a mid-tier game. We are on Kuban, and it is a battle game mode where we just basically have to capture that point. So I'm going to sort of looking through, trying to be as careful and as cautious as possible, and at the same time sort of, being aware of my environment. I also occasionally look down to check my crew to see how they are and all that. If you haven't changed it already, if you press the I button, you actually get an X-ray view, which is pretty cool, which I'll probably show at some point. So anyway, going back to the replay. Slowly but surely trying to get in position. Bit of a cock up, bit of a cock up and slow down a bit too much. So then scanning the horizon at the point. I don't think the replay highlights enemy vehicles on the map, but generally speaking there was an assortment of enemy vehicles over by this section here, which were attempting to advance towards our cap. At this point, I'm also being cautious about any kind of vehicles over here as well. Our team starts doing some damage, gets the first strike at the enemy team, so I'm like, ah, good. Bit of nice reinsurance. And then I spot contacts in the horizon, but nothing I can actually take a pot shot to. So I think, nope, that's... Oh, there's a German tank. Oh, there's more stuff, and it's gone. And I throw a random shell because I think I have a shot when I really don't. So anyway, I move on, sort of advancing up the line, being extra careful to look about, making sure I'm not going to get flanked and shot out. Also keeping an eye on the mini-map, because even though you can't personally see it, for some reason your tank or your allies will see it. And can't really... Oh, hello, there's a tank. Right, okay, there's a Panther tank. Let's move into position. And simulator battle players will probably be screaming at me right now, because the first shot, unfortunately, because this is when I hadn't quite mastered the velocity of the gun, I unfortunately bounced on the turret. And then my old habit of World of Tanks came into play. Now that should have been the sign for me to back off, which I do back off originally, but then I get greedy. So I try and go for another one. And my commander and gunner are wounded, and I'm like, right, okay, let's see if I can move about, World of Tank style, and oh no, you can't in this tank, because, that's actually cool. So, yep, ammunition rack, which causes me to explode, and that is the guy who killed me. So, first off, really shit. I failed miserably, but that was my World of Tanks side coming through, so I need to stop that, and I need to completely change how I am. So anyway, let's skip forward a bit. We don't have first better view. So anyway, let's kind of skip forward a bit. So I completely donked out there, and it was my own fault. And fuck you, Drew. You're not Russian. So in this regard, I was taking a much more cautious approach towards... At first, I was taking a much more cautious approach. Then, unfortunately, on the mini-map, there were reports coming in that there were enemy Panthers and Tigers. There's chat, which unfortunately it did not say. But basically, a Panther tank and a heavy tank were pushing their way up towards the A point. So, you know, me thinking, well, I'm really in the open, but we do need to watch cap. I decided, right, okay, let's find ourselves a better position before we have a look at. So I'm scanning the horizon, trying to figure out how to spot things. I didn't spot that Tiger, which is stupid now, but I didn't. My first shot, once again, I start making the same mistake beforehand. I'm like, oh crap, I fire. I do a bit of damage to him, but not quite enough to do anything. I take my time, and I'm like, oh, is he going to turn? Oh, he's turning! Fire! Bang! And I seriously screw over the Panther tank, kill his driver, kill his gunner, and his loader. So the next shot... Boom! My first kill in simulator battles. Oh, hello. There's a Tiger. Okay, take your time. Same policy. Adapt. Boom! One-shotting a Tiger. I was over the moon. I was like, oh my god, I'm doing really well! And then, yeah, oh my god. Looking back, even now I notice I didn't spot that. So, yeah, some of you simulator battle drivers, my apologies. This replay was the first where I actually started to look to get it. So anyway, having felt like I was getting a bit too much attention from where I was, I decided, right, okay, let's relocate and see if we can spot any other people. Our M4 Sherman ally is going to push up. The enemy medium tanks were sighted up along this line. And I'm like, right, where are the bad guys? Where are the bad guys? Okay. So far, nothing really of value. Oh, was that something movement? And he's dead anyway, so it's alright. What's going on? Can't quite see anything. Oh! Is that heavy tank there? We can probably provide support to our ally, the high velocity Sherman. He's in a bit of a dire straits at the moment. Let's see if we can help him out. No, not really. Oh, medium tanks once again. We're getting sighted. Tigers were killing off our KVs, and it wasn't looking too good at that point. So, like, right, okay, we need to move up and get some shots. Oh, trace of fire. Take cover. Be careful. Oh, I see tree movement. Let's back up a little bit and take our time. Oh, more tree movement. Paying attention to that now, and oh, that's a tank. Oh no, there it is. There, lo and behold, a Panther appears. I fire and set it alight. Yay! And the reload, unfortunately, denied me the ability to shoot him again, but you could see the lovely cloud on the horizon going steadily down the hill, slowly but surely killing him mercilessly. So he is now going to be a goner very soon. Enemy Panther tank decides to come straight into the open. Oh, hello, Mr. Panther. Take your time, fire, bang! Ammo rack. There's another kill in my very good... Oh, taking a bit of fire. No idea where that came from, can't quite see where it's going. So rather than making the mistake beforehand, it's like, no, I don't know where he is, don't get killed, just drive forward. Oh shit, I'm taking another bounce. 2 incredibly lucky bounces there. Right, okay, so I'm taking cover. Oh shit, there's a tiger. Fire! Into the side of the turret, killing the loader, gunner, and buggering up the horizontal drive. Reload. Come on, come on. No! Sod. No, unfortunately, not this day, Mr. Tiger, but soon. So, unfortunately, he got away. So I'm now deciding to move up, feeling ever so confident with my 3 kills. And the game was kind of going 50-50. Like, it wasn't really going great for us, but at the same time, in Germany, you know, at the same time, it was still like, not really. It wasn't really going too well for our team. There was a Panther player, sorry, a Panzer IV player up in the Highlands who was just wrecking our team, like absolutely destroying it. And this is where I sort of am advancing up, trying to sort of get into position. Can we get a shot into this guy? Is he? Where is he? I can't see him. And yeah, this is where I make another catastrophic mistake. I decide to say random shot for the win, which, looking back on it, really stupid idea, because why? Ah, shit. Panther tank behind the smoke. Nothing I could do. Absolutely nothing I could do. Driver, gunner, gone. Just absolutely gone. Straight through there, killing the last person in the tank, having knocked out all the rest of my crew. And then he promptly went on to do other things. So, for the first game of, you know, the first proper game of simulation, well, looking back on it, I didn't do very well. It was very poor, but, however, at that point, I did the most damage of the team as well as got the most kills. So, as much as you could say, oh, you know, I mean, bearing in mind, this was my first real, me actually attempting to try and get good at this mode. I felt pretty proud of myself. Like, yeah, I obviously had a lot of lessons to learn at the time, but I could walk away from that and say, you know what? That was alright. I did well in that one. I think I think I did myself justice enough. Like, yeah, we may have died, I may have lost my 2 spawns, but at least I was able to quite happily walk away from that one and say, you know what? I did well on that. I don't think we won this game, but I certainly made an impact on the enemy team at least, killing at least 2 of their tigers, which, you know, is nice. Killing tigers is nice. So anyway, we'll see you in the next game. So here we are in the second game of the video, and in this one, the game actually had already started. I'm in my Panther tank, and I thought, well, okay, now that I've had a good game in the Russians, how about we try seeing, when I pay attention to my battle rating, how we are in the Germans? And almost instantly, this game was a loss. Quite simply because, well, first of all, our team, which was over here, was, you would think, quicker. You would think that it would be much quicker for this team to get to the A point, but no, the game basically spawned, you know, the matchmaker had done a bit of a shit job, because basically it basically spawned the A point far too close to the enemy spawn to be of fair value. And the reason why I say this is because this area here is a rather small, choke-pointy environment to begin with. So here I am, desperately scrambling up, along with the Tiger, who unfortunately already, I think, was set on fire by T-34s, who had just quite simply spawned, drove fast, and went forward. So, yeah, already he got killed. So, you know, our desperation to try and move up, I make the mistake as well of desperately trying to go for the cap point, and I'm like, god damn it, where the hell are these guys? I wasn't really in the right frame of mind because I didn't see... It's amazing what you can do when you have hindsight. So anyway, enemy tanks are moving up, and I'm being blind as ever. I'm trying to look. I don't see that T-34 or the other T-34 until it's absolutely too late. I fire. It doesn't do anything. They damage my transmission, and can't. And my horizontal is down, and my gunner is wounded, so I cannot fire. I fire a bit. I cannot fire with any kind of accuracy, and now I'm virtually buggered. I'm like, come on, can I just turn the tank? I can still turn, and I call in artillery strike, and my track suspension, my gunner's wounded, my tank is just being blitzed, I can't do anything, I'm getting butchered alive. My team arrives behind me, but no, it's no use. I'm going to die, and I'm not going to do a single thing about it. I'm going to be able to do a single thing about it, and they're just getting 3 hits. But I'm just desperately here, just saying, look, no, I'm just going to sit here as long as I can. Never mind, I'm dead. So, the shot that came in killed my driver, bounced around, and ended up killing me. And at this point, I knew the game was lost. Like, we haven't even entered the cap, but I already knew the game was lost because it was pointless. This is going to become a choke point, and the enemy team, which in this point were in droves, were just camping around the A. And you can just see by the messages to the left how many kills these 2 guys get, and it's bullshit in my opinion. This game was almost rigged to fail for our side, but that's besides the point. So, with full knowledge that the game is completely pointless, I instead decide, you know, I think, no, what, screw it, I'm going to outflank, and I'm just going to see if I can do well in the Germans. You know, my age-old angst at this game of this game is just biased against the Germans. Well, let's see if we can actually put this to the test. So, our Tiger friend moving up. I'm keeping an eye on the right-hand side in case any of our opponents spawn here. Oh, sorry, any of our opponents spawn here. Our opposing team decides to finally go for the cap, which takes a bit of a while to it. So I'm moving up with this Panther tank towards the A point. No, towards the high ground near A, where we hopefully could try and find ourselves in a decent position. I'm looking at over here to see if anyone's trying to flank, and hopefully also to see if we can take cover, to be aware of it. And we're slowly advancing when all of a sudden an enemy T-34 appears, so I move up. I take the advantage of him being shot. My friend, there he is. I aim at fire right into your gunner compartment, killing your gunner and loader, and buggering up your gun. He, realizing that he has no gunner or loader, he decides to disappear and then reappear magically. And then, as we slowly advance, I keep my eyes peeled. Oh shit, there's a contact. There's an enemy, an American tank. I fire. I think I set him on fire as well. No, I just buggered a lot of components. Then I fire again, aiming at the top point, firing, and I get a kill. So there's a kill for me, which is quite nice. And then all of a sudden, down below, I notice a heavy tank. I know. First of all, I also have a look at some enemy mediums. I didn't see the other tank, but then we start taking some fire from enemy forces. There's the enemy T-34. I scramble round, can't quite see him. I donk a shot, and then we're looking around again. I don't really want to be in this position for much longer. We are joined up again with a Panther tank as well as another Panther tank, and then all of a sudden, oh shit, there's a heavy down there to the left. So we got to just move. There's the enemy T-34. We're now surrounding him, dispensing some German justice. I kind of nudge up forward saying, go. At this point, I'm kind of panicking about the heavy tank. So I take my time, aiming, fire, come on, and I get an assist, so fair enough. So I'm looking behind me, like, panicking at this point, like, oh my god, what the fuck, guys, just move. Our tanks knock out another Sherman. So now we are finally in a good position. Enemy heavy tank is behind us, and a medium tank is behind us. So at this point, I'm like, oh shit, not looking good. The lack of mobility in this thing is disturbing. So I'm reversing. Unfortunately, this Panther in front of me gets caught in the crossfire of 2 tanks. I fire through my ally, thinking it will go straight through and knock out the other tank. Another tank is incoming. I'm taking fire. At this point, it looks like our tanks are pretty much screwed now. Other tanks are taking fire. Panther to my front gets completely screwed over with another tank incoming. I move up, take my time, fire, get a cheeky shot in before my ally. The enemy IS appears. I move into cover. He does a lot of damage to my opponent. I move in, I fire, I kill the driver and the gunner. No, just the driver, just the gunner. And I bugger over his horizontal. I fire again. He makes it easier for me. I just take my time. Bang! There is another kill. Then I notice enemy's tanks are behind me. No shit, no, there's one to my left. Turn. Oh, he does damage to my cannon barrel, but not quite enough to cause damage. I wait, I fire, I do some damage to him, but it's very tense. He can still shoot me. Oh shit. No, he can't shoot me anymore. I buggered his gun, so he decides to use artillery, but I move up. I'm incredibly vulnerable. I fire another shot. It bounces, I think. And at this point, he buggers himself over, getting caught on the rock, so I feel a little bit more relaxed, and boom! There is an enemy tank kill. So, maneuverability is not the Stink's greatest advantage, but at least I'm alive. Here I am, moving about, trying not to get killed, hugging the wall as much as possible when I move up with my allies. He's still there, thank the Emperor, but he needs repairing. So I start moving up, singing, think, oh my god, look at the amount of enemies. So at this point, we've got like 3 tanks all there. And then I stop to help repair my ally, because the game is still lost. But I'm like, you know what, screw it. This guy's helped me out, I'm going to help him out. I see another Sherman, I fire. I actually get a kill again. So I fixed up this other tank with me. Enemy Sherman comes into the fray. And another bang. He's down. Unfortunately, the KV-85 knocks out my ally, but the other Sherman there, I fire, I hope. Oh, I can't quite get the reload in time. Oh, who should I go for? I'm taking fire from someone. Oh, I can't really decide. I don't really have a shot. Oh, sod it. Underglacial shot. That actually gets me a kill. And that is the last kill of the game, as I am taking a crap load of fire. But still alive. Admittedly on my second tank. I seem to have a trend at the moment where I suck in my first go, but in the second go, I actually make up for it, and more than make up for it. So, despite the game being so ridiculously not in our favour, I end up walking away from that with 4 kills and 1 assist. This is in realistic simulator battle. So, that basically is, what, like 12 kills? No, it's times 3. Yeah, 12 kills. That would count towards an award. So, there you have it. 2 games of relatively decent performance, especially the second one. I will say I am kind of proud of that one, because that was when I started to really get a knack for working with it. And it also kind of elevated my respect or belief set of the game, now that I know that the German Panthers aren't easy one-shot tanks. I mean, yeah, show the side of one, you die very quickly, but as long as you show your front, you're fine. Which kind of makes sense in a sort of realistic way. I finger quote that because most of it isn't, but whatever. I digress. So yeah, there you go, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed those 2 replays of my early partness of getting into War Thunder. Don't worry, I have played more since then, and I have improved since then. So I've also recorded stuff since then, so hopefully you'll be able to receive some more nice shining content, as well as whatever else I can get up as well of that. So thank you very much for watching. If you like this kind of content, by all means let me know in the comments section down below, clicking on the like button, and of course subscribing to the channel. If you yourself are a War Thunder player expert, and you've got some hints and tips on how to make my combat experience even better than before, and perhaps be able to deliver you the better recording experience than ever before, then by all means leave them in the comments section. I'm always up for advice. And the same goes to any YouTubers out there who may be watching. Thank you very much for doing so. If there's anything I can do to improve the next video to make it even better than it was before, then by all means leave some comments as well. Thank you very much for watching. This is Crab Hunter signing out. I'll catch you next time.